Wounds, decisions, and desires. Hi YouTube, this is Kristen Moonrise. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the upcoming annular solar south node eclipse in Libra happening on Wednesday, October 2nd. I'm a data scientist, astrologer, and life coach, and I help people make decisions in their lives by using astrology. So yes, continuing on in this eclipse season, check out my last video here on the lunar eclipse in Pisces for more eclipse information. But I've got a photo here showing where the annular solar eclipse will be visible this upcoming Wednesday. It's mainly visible in the Pacific Ocean and the southern countries of South America. Those that are there will be able to see it. More scientific information on this eclipse is linked below, just in case if you wanted more of an astronomy perspective of this eclipse, in addition to the astrology. Here's the chart for the annular solar south node eclipse, aka the Eclipse New Moon in Libra, Wednesday, October 2nd, 1:49 p.m. Houston, Texas, Central Daylight Time. The sun and the moon are conjunct in Libra at 10 degrees and 3 minutes. Our north and south nodes here in the 10th house of Libra, the house of career, and 4th house Aries, the house of the home and family. Again, eclipses happen when the sun and moon are within 18 degrees of the lunar nodes, and we see that the sun and moon are within 4 degrees of the south node, with the south node at 6 degrees of Libra. Libra is about relationships, balance, harmony, how decisive or indecisive you are. A popular topic I've been hearing this Libra season is owning your desires and deciding that you will have them, that you don't have to sacrifice love for career or anything that your heart is calling out for. I just recently had my Catholic church wedding, and if you may recall from previous videos, we did elope earlier this year, and that we were planning on this larger Catholic church wedding, which we had this fall, and it was just great. Everything went well. But immediately afterwards, I felt this next level expansion, and it came out as kind of like having a no-nonsense attitude. And I even had this huge desire to declutter. So I'm decluttering now, donating old clothing that I thought that was expansive at the time, but I just don't want to look at those clothes anymore. I brought them in from when I was single. Now I'm tossing them and buying new clothes now that I'm in this new mindset. And so basically, I think this next level expansion, this no-nonsense attitude that I brought in, I think it was really because I spent so many years doing inner work, mainly because relationships weren't going well for me, and I really wanted to get down to the bottom of why I was self-sabotaging and dating, and I had to really be honest with myself and work through these problems, address the root cause of things, and then purge those mindsets and behaviors, thought patterns, and not take them with me. And so that took a lot of inner work, and then getting to an emotional position, emotional place, a healthy emotional place to be able to get married, and not just getting married, but having a quick courting process. We got engaged after 2 months of dating. All of that happened really quickly. It may look like on the outside, but it was years of inner work that happened up until getting to that point. And I think seeing myself achieving that, I don't want to say goal, but just that desire of getting married, because there's much more to marriage than just the wedding. But seeing it work out for me, seeing my inner work, the fruits of that labor of doing my inner work, it really brought me to the next level of manifesting what I want to see manifest. And so, of course, when you're manifesting things, you're working on things, you're doing your inner work, there's going to be moments, many, many moments where you're not even sure if what you want is really going to happen. All you have is this desire that's in your heart and this feeling, and you're just hoping that you can get to that point. Or, if you're more of a confident manifester, you're just waiting until that manifestation materializes. And so seeing, hey, this manifestation, inner work, self-improvement stuff actually works, I then didn't want to hear any excuses from myself about anything else that I wanted to continue to manifest. So inner work is supposed to get you to the next level. And many people, they give up. Or even worse, they get caught in overdoing the meditations, the therapy, the courses, the crystals, the candles, the prayers, just over and over again. They just kind of get caught in a circle. But we need to make sure that when we're manifesting things and when we're deciding that we're going to make these things happen, we need to make sure that we are energetically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially improving. We need to make sure that we're improving. Because although, it may take us a while to manifest something, we want to make sure that each day, each year that goes by, that we are not the same person that we were the previous day or the previous year. Even if we still don't have that manifestation yet, we want to make sure that we are different and we're moving closer to it each day. And so this kind of, it just reminds me of Chiron, the wounded healer. That's a Greek mythology story. It's also an asteroid in astrology. But it's this concept of being a wounded healer, that you're still kind of carrying on your old baggage. And many people they just surrender to the struggle and they don't give it up. We tend to carry our wounds around, making things heavier and more complicated. And our wounds are what ends up making the decisions, leading us to areas that we don't belong or even holding us back. So you must recognize when you are making decisions out of fear versus empowerment. So when you're making decisions out of fear and taking actions out of fear, that outcome looks like the opposite of your desires. And that prolongs what you want becoming reality. So you must be willing to leave your old self behind, your thinking, your behavior, your mindset in favor of the new one. And it's the only way that you can really win. And like how I mentioned before, after this church wedding, I just had this huge energetic shift where I said, I can't even think the same way anymore. I've overcome this major block that I had. I got married and now I am unstoppable. Now I want to do everything. I want to eliminate every other block that I have. And so I can't even think the same way that I used to, even like a week before the wedding or even 3 days before the wedding. I shifted because my manifestation materialized after doing so much inner work. And that winning feeling was something that I wanted to continue to feel. And I knew the old scared way of thinking had to go. So examples of making decisions that are the opposite of what you claim you want could be wanting a home but being lazy about organizing your finances, desiring marriage but continuing to date people who are not marriage-minded, seeing everything as a problem versus an opportunity that you can take advantage of, and overall giving excuses and playing the blame game instead of really stepping up and putting in the work. So this all comes from a place of thinking for some reason that you cannot have your desires, and so you decide to play small. So you've got to figure out why you keep doing that to yourself. Why do you keep going in the opposite direction of what you claim you want? The universe wants to give us our desires, but it wants to see us do our part also. It wants to see that we are actively taking steps in that direction so it can meet us halfway. So don't allow indecision to stunt your growth. There are a lot of people who are living lives that are unfulfilled, that are in victim mindsets, victim consciousness. So there's a lot of noise and nonsense out there. So just because that is the majority, you've got to step out of that and care enough about your future to put in the work and dismiss all of it. Be better than what you see out there. Be of character, because that's your life. You want to be as fulfilled as possible. You don't want to sound whiny year after year and never getting anywhere. So trust that you can have all of your desires existing together without sacrifice, unless you are sacrificing your old self. So if you want to work with me one-on-one on this topic, please visit my website linked below. I do astrology readings and life coaching. I've also linked a course in the description box on ending self-sabotaging behavior and becoming confident. So I hope that you enjoyed this video of the annular solar south node eclipse in Libra happening on Wednesday, October 2nd. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.